Memphis is the home of the blues, rock and roll, and Earle Farrell.
From the Collierville Square to the mighty Mississippi, the Earle Farrell for Memphis show is all about good things that happen across the Bluff City and the people who make Memphis cool.
The Earle Farrell for Memphis show is made possible by our title sponsor, Southern Security Federal Credit Union,
by Dive Shop and Dive Ventures nationwide, Jim Karras Chevrolet with George Gully, for Memphis Magazine, the Live at the Garden concert series, and the Orpheum Theater Group Memphis, and by Mitch Wright Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, family owned and operated for more than 40 years. And brought to you by High-Low Commercial Services, owned by the cleanest man in the world, and by Walker Auctions, LLC. When it's time to sell, Walker Auctions doesn't fiddle around. Thank you to all the sponsors for making this possible.
And now, coming to you from Lansky Brothers, Clothier to the King, inside the world-famous Peabody Hotel, with the heart of a cowboy and Memphis in his soul. Ladies and gentlemen, here's your host, Earle Farrell.
And thank you very much, and welcome to Lansky's. And a beautiful day here in the Mid-South, a little humidity, but you got to expect that this time of year. Our first guest today is Kelsey Alter. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
She is with Hollywood Feed, which I was telling her just a minute ago. When I first saw those stores, I thought, well, these they must be from Hollywood.
I know. That is a common misconception. You are not alone at all. But it's actually because we started on Hollywood and Chelsea Street, the very corner of Hollywood and Chelsea Street here in Memphis, in the 1950s. So the Hollywood Feed goes all the way back to deep Memphis, 1950s, and then became what it is today all across the country.
And it is amazing because 1950 was a long time ago. It was just a feed store then.
Yes.
I mean, not even like per se dog food. It was like for cattle, horses, other kind of animals, farm animals, like a Tractor Supply would be today.
Yes, sir. And it's grown to be so much more. So in 1950s, it started as, like you said, sort of typical feed store, just a couple here in Memphis, family owned. And then in 2006 was when the McGee family took it over and saw a hole in the market for customer service in the pet retail world and made it what it is now, which is just a giant in customer service and quality pet supplies.
In fact, we got some slides of what the store looks like inside, and there's one there. Wait, that's not it.
Yeah, well, we used to, and then something went wrong. What went
I saw it before.
Yes.
I know it.
I know you had it.
No, I think we have it. What do you think?
Let's see. Well, there it is. Hey. And our crack engineering department, which is also our crack director and our crack audio guy, fix that in a hurry. Thank you, Rob. But it's a very well laid out store, and what I like about it is you go in, and even if you're as well in great shape like myself, they still offer to take it out to your car, the big bag of dog food.
Oh, absolutely. They're going to offer everyone.
And then you also, which I think is great, is you do home delivery or curbside.
Oh, yes, sir.
Just pull up to them, they'll bring it out. In fact, one of my good friends and sponsors, George Gully with Jim Karras Chevrolet, said you guys just ordered a whole fleet of these cars for home delivery.
Yes, sir. We know them very well over there. We have tons of cars, at least one at every single Hollywood Feed location, which is over 175 now across 19 different states, over 30 different markets. And yeah, we offer same-day delivery everywhere.
Does anybody else in the pet food business do that?
Some people do offer delivery, but where we're competitive is that it is same day until 6 p.m.
Wow.
Like you can order as late as 5:59 p.m. and it will still be delivered that same day. And then free for orders over $59, which a big bag of food is going to get you there already.
Yeah. Because so many people are older people, they have pets. That is their life companion. Mm-hmm. But they got to feed them and they got to feed themselves. And so the fact that you do that, I think, is great. Plus, you also take your own dogs along with you.
Oh, yes.
The dogs are welcome, and cats, I guess, too, in the stores, and they live there. And so,
absolutely.
How did you get involved with Hollywood Feed?
Yes, this is a great question. So 2 years ago, or over 2 years ago now, almost 3 years ago, I had a brand new dog. I had made myself wait to get her for so long because I was like, I have to have all the things right in line in order to get her. And then I got her, and then I was like, I leave her at home all day. What was the point of getting this dog that I wanted so badly and I want to spend time with, and I love her so much?
And then you abandoned her.
I know, and it felt awful. So I was like, I don't care where it is. I have to work somewhere where I can take her. And so truly at first just started with, oh my gosh, Hollywood Feed here in Memphis. I don't know too much about them, but I know I can take my dog, and that was it. So then I started there as the partnerships and events coordinator, and that was when I got to see firsthand, because it's what my job required, all the rescue work that we do and just what makes Hollywood Feed different. The, again, whole part of what makes us so different is our customer service. And when Sean McGee walked into a big box store, he saw that there just wasn't a whole lot of customer service, at least in the bigger box stores. You know, it's hard to get a hello or like as soon as you enter, and people aren't really taught all the food options and what's in the food and what they're selling. They're just kind of taught to maintain the store and do a register. So Sean
didn't really have to know anything about the products.
Right. And so Sean McGee was like, I'm a big dog person and I know a lot and I care about what my dog eats. So I want to be able to go to someone who also understands all of that. So that's why he created Hollywood Feed, and all of our customers, our feed team associates, which is over 1,300 now, they all have to take at least 40 hours a year of pet health education, sorry. So 40 hours a year, it's like a college course.
Continuing education?
Yes. And
because all new stuff is coming along all the time.
Oh, yes. And it's not just on, of course, it's on products and all the different guaranteed analyses on things and ingredients and sourcing and where everything's from. But it's also just, for example, today, our Hollywood Feed University is doing a masterclass, which means that all of our customers can watch along as well. And there's a live Q&A at the end. So today is on itchiness. So it's that season. Allergies are driving us as well as our pets crazy. I know my dog has been itching herself to death, poor thing. And so it's days like this where we have Hollywood Feed Masterclass and we get to go over, okay, what are some foods that are going to help cut down on allergens? What are things we can do like washing pet beds or wiping paws? What are some other like hotspot relief that we can do once they do get too itchy? We cover all of that. And it's just a great way for us to also connect with our customers to allow them to attend that as well.
Is it done online, or
yes, sir?
So you get the password, you can watch.
Yes, exactly. Hollywoodfeed.com or hfu.hollywoodfeed.com, I believe, or if you just go to our website, hollywoodfeed.com, you can find it pretty quickly, and then we stream on there, but also Facebook, just like you guys, and it's really cool. It's very informative. We always have different experts in the field to tell us everything that they know on a subject.
But it is. I mean, you go to some of these stores, and in the old days, they were all mom and pop stores, and they knew everything about their business, or just about everything. Then as the corporations come along and they buy, and they have good service at first, but then people come and go. It gets sold, and the philosophy's not the same. So anybody that can be consistent about that, and you can go to Hollywood Feed and ask questions, and you guys can answer them, or you'll find the answer for them, which is customer service. How
Absolutely.
About that? Yeah.
That's it. It's just all about being able to help our customers make informed decisions when it comes to their pet and having a whole solution to maybe just one small problem, but there's other things, like there's many other ways to tackle it, from food to products to bed or grooming products. There's so many ways to tackle a problem. So all of our feed team associates are very well versed in all of that. And they also are just going to get excited about your dog or whatever pet you bring into stores. We get llamas, we get monkeys, we get sheep. We've had a kangaroo before.
Wow.
Any kind of pet, our associates are going to be really excited to see them in store.
I know I used to get fish food for my koi, but a hawk ate all my koi.
No.
Yes. So it was the animal kingdom is still the animal kingdom.
Circle of life.
No matter where you go or what you do. But you also mentioned rescues. So do people bring you cats or dogs that they've rescued, or how does that work?
So that is what ends up happening. Now, our rescue programs work by us partnering hyper-locally with shelters and rescues in our communities. So, and this is my bread and butter. Started as partnerships and events coordinator, where that was all I was doing, and now I've made my way to outreach manager, and that's, again, that is the majority of my day, is getting to work with our rescues across the country. So as of right now, we have, I think, over 600 active rescue partners, as well as community partners, which just means a pet-related 501c3 nonprofit, like a search and rescue team, a trap, neuter, replace team. There's so many different, or like pet pantries, things like that. But the rescues and shelters are big partners. And so we like to do weekly adoption events with them, have some adoptions in store, get some foster dogs and adoptable pets and cats seen so that they have a chance to find their forever home. But then we also do things like, so we have the Hollywood Feed Promise, which is another thing that allows us to stand apart. We understand that with trying different foods and trying to find a solution, not every single one is going to be the right fit immediately. And we also know that our pets can be just as picky as us sometimes when it comes to food.
Sometimes they don't like the new friends.
No, that's right. And some are very persnickety, and so we totally get that. So that's why with the Hollywood Feed Promise, if you or your pet don't like it, we will gladly replace or refund it. So that means a lot of the time we get bags returned that are like 75% full because some dog tried it and just wasn't liking it.
Yeah.
The flavor wasn't right, or wasn't crazy about the ingredients or whatever. So we take that food. It does not get wasted. We just donate it to our rescue partners so that nothing goes to waste at all. That also happens with any damages or any things that are about to expire. We always give everything straight to our rescue partners. We don't want any to go to waste. And we know, again, how great the need is with pet overpopulation in every single market that we're in. It is so rough across the board. So we are very, very closely connected with this web of rescues across the whole country.
And it really is about education, teaching people that, there are plenty of dogs out there that we've rescued off the street. Let's give them a home first before we go out and buy a pedigreed animal someplace. Plus, they're the ones that have all the allergies and everything else. The mutts, they're happy-go-lucky.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's so much out there, and like you said, it is all about education. So that's a lot of what we try to do by helping rescues and educate our customers when they come to us with a question, doing what we can in the moment from where we are to make the pet world a better place.
I know my son and his wife, they got a dog now that was a rescue, and they kept, because they live out in the country on a ranch, and so these dogs just show up.
Oh, yeah.
And this one, I think, was just out there on the ranch with a companion, which was like a brother. And so they took them both in, found a home for the brother, and they kept giving the other dog to these different people, and didn't work out. He came back. So he gave it to somebody else. It didn't work out. He came back.
Oh,
so
yeah.
they named him Boomer, short for Boomerang.
We keep coming back.
and
Look.
and his home now is with them.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it turned out to be a great dog.
That's so sweet. I have had I've had multiple fosters just like that before. So outside of my job, getting to have this job and see the inner workings of rescue and shelters, it really opened my eyes, and I realized, again, just how great the need was for everything, for education, for volunteers, for help, support, food, what have it. So I became a foster in my spare time, and it's so fun. It's so rewarding. And again, education, there's so many people that don't realize there's short-term fosters.
Yeah.
A foster doesn't have to be until
Long-term.
adoption. Yeah, there's short-term fosters where...
But you do get attached to them.
Oh, yeah.
And then when they say it's time to go, you go, well, wait a minute.
Oh,
now.
look, I tell people I don't even have a problem with that. My issue is they don't speak English, so I can't explain to them that I'm not giving them up because I don't like them anymore. But other than that, that's the hardest part for me. And so it's still just so rewarding, and the pros outweigh the cons.
It was really funny when he got out with my son's other dog who passed away last year.
No.
And they were together, and the young one, Boomer, he was the instigator, getting Dallas to go with him. And so they said, Dallas and Boomer are gone. So we called up the troops. We're all searching neighborhoods down in Mississippi. And,
Oh, no.
And finally we see Dallas. He's standing off the side of the road, so we get him, and as we're all standing there, and our car's parked in the middle of the road, this truck comes by with a four-wheeler on the back, and there's Boomer in the back on the truck. And we're going, what's up with that? That's our dog.
Went for a ride.
he met these people who were fishing, and they were buying us sausages, and he goes, I'm going with them.
I'm sticking here.
So,
yeah, they're smart. They get it.
It is. Dogs are great. Cats are great. It is the relationship between, and then they train and raise horses. And it is a relationship with all those different animals that really round out our lives.
Absolutely. And then to what you were saying of especially ranch dogs, sometimes they just go and explore and do their own thing. And we absolutely recognize that. And then again, earlier to your point, we are not ourselves a rescue. However, people see us, they know what we do. And so they will drop off litters of puppies sometimes or a whole dog. And so that's why in all of our stores now we all have microchip scanners.
Yeah.
And so that's
great knowledge because a lot of people don't know, where do I take to a vet or whoever. But.
Exactly. Now we have microchip scanners so that if a dog has a microchip, we're able to immediately scan it and tell you, hey, this is the information they're registered to, because sometimes the ranch dogs aren't going to have collars, or sometimes collars fall off, something happens. So we're big on all of our stores have microchip scanners so we can help in a situation like that.
Which I heard just the other day that this cat, two cats actually, I think it was on the Today Show, and it was in Northern California. And this one day the cats got out and they both had chips. She put up posters, advertised everything. 2 years later, these cats were either the person who had them died. Somehow they came back to a vet and they looked for a chip. And it turns out it went to her, and she got the cats back after a number of years.
Yeah.
And she said they felt like they were home again.
Yeah, there's no other way that would have happened without microchips. So microchipping your pet's extremely important. Spay and neutering your pet's extremely important. Staying up to date, obviously, on things like vaccines, tick and flea repellent, all that. There's a lot that goes into having a pet and being a responsible pet owner. And so that's what we are here to help with.
Hiring. I talk to people in businesses of all kinds all the time, and I said the most difficult thing to find anymore are people that will show up and stay with you. How is that with you? Because this is a real passion, working at Hollywood Feed. I mean,
absolutely.
You're not going to work at a parts store. I mean, this is a living, breathing kind of a thing.
Oh, yeah.
So is it easier? Are y'all finding it easier to find people and keep them?
So what you will see when you come to the Hollywood Feed headquarters is the vast majority of people have been there forever. We find this community of people that love pets as much as we do, and then it's just you don't want to go anywhere else. So as long as you're a pet lover, then you're going to fit right in. And again, we're able to bring our pets to work. We bring them in the stores. And actually, our Aaron Way store on Poplar, I know that there's a store cat there who will make itself known sometimes and likes to sit behind the register. So we love hiring people that have as much a passion about pets as we do.
And when you walk in the store, I mean, it is a very friendly place. The minute you walk in, everybody says hi.
Oh, yeah. Again, that's the Sean McGee dream, the vision of ultimate customer service. You're going to get a welcome. You're going to get a hello. You're going to get the question of how can we help you? You know, what's going on with your pet right now? How can we help you with what you need and connect with you and get you exactly what your pet needs so that everyone's happy and healthier?
Do they come in with saying, my pet has psychological problems?
Yeah.
I mean, do you do that kind of counseling as well?
I am sure.
Little couch down the aisle.
I am sure you live or you work in the store long enough, you will start to get those questions. We get every kind of story. Gosh, I'm trying to think. I haven't even gotten to spend as much time in the store since I went straight to HQ, but you talk to some of our people that have been in the stores for a long time, you'll hear some crazy stories, but we still like to help with every single problem that we have a product with. And then even then, everyone knows so much about different areas. Everyone's so like you'll go into a store and someone may ask a question about a cat and they'll say, oh, let me get our cat person, or let me get our rabbit person,
the cat lady.
The local the cat lady, or oh, this person knows a lot about flea and tick products because they just dealt with something like this. So there's everyone has all these different specialties that they start developing in store, and it's just really cool. Everyone's so knowledgeable and helpful. helpful. It's a really nice community.
You know, I've often heard that you can take the little flea and tick collars, and put them around your ankles when you're out in the woods and stuff, and that'll prevent you from getting bit by fleas.
We love our Wonderside vendor. They are all about repellents, insect repellents that are completely natural and just all essential oil based.
Yeah.
So I spray that on my dog. I spray it on myself. It's super, super natural and completely safe.
Well, let's talk about that a little bit too, because your products, you take great pride in producing them locally, Mississippi, Tennessee, Arkansas, and finding suppliers. And I guess that's all over the country. You find people around, because it's just like honey. I mean, if you eat honey from your area, it helps with your allergies.
Right.
And I would think that if food products were made from the same area, it would have the same kind of an impact.
Yeah, so we make all different kinds of products across the country. We have many, many, many American-made lines of different products. So, yeah, our big one, Mississippi-made beds, right down south of here. We go to our bed plant all the time, and we love being as sustainable as possible, too. So we make collars and leashes from the scraps of the beds. And also, if you don't have a bed of your own, let me say, these Mississippi-made donut beds are pretty magical. My dog will put herself to bed when she is tired because she loves her donut bed. So we have our Mississippi-made line. And then we have like our Georgia smoked line with smoked jerky treats, like venison and duck, and then all your typical chicken, beef. And then more recently, we have the Hollywood Feed Private Select line, which is all 100% single ingredient, one freeze-dried ingredient. So we have lamb liver, we got beef liver, we got chicken heart, minnows, just a full freeze-dried minnow, and then the stinkiest of all, shrimp, but it's of course what your pet is going to love the best, whatever is the stinkiest, and will make your fingers smell awful.
The worse it smells, the better they like it.
Exactly. Yes.
And I guess too, holistic, you're looking for things, because you're always hearing ads on television for pet food, and they're saying, so much of that is dried, but all the nutrients have been cooked out of it. I mean, is that one thing y'all look for, is to find the healthiest type foods?
Oh, yeah. So there's like you said, so many different ways to make dog food these days. And every single dog is going to need something different. And then also people can afford different things.
Sure.
It's all going to vary. So there's a lot of different options that are out there. And so we have a pretty good array of, we have your raw, your frozen, your freeze-dried, your gently cooked, and then your regular kibble. So we have every option that you can think of, pretty much. And then that is all that our team is taught about, is how is this made?
Yeah.
Why is it made this way? Where is it made? Where do they get their ingredients from? And then, like you were saying, all the different ways will, if it's cold pressed, it keeps the nutrients longer, or it keeps more of the nutrients, or if it does this, then this is the benefit. So there's a lot to it that thankfully all of our feed team members already know, so you don't have to figure it out when you go in the store.
That's part of the customer service. There's not a beef jerky dog food, is there?
Where it's just beef jerky?
Because, I mean, I could feed the dog. And
yeah.
Little for me, little for you.
Oh, well, if you're asking about stuff that you can eat as well,
My brother used to share dog food with the dogs.
Oh, my gosh.
He'd say, I'll feed the dogs. I look out there one night. It was canned dog food, and he said it smelled just like, hot dogs. And he said, so he's taking a bite, and the dog bite. I said, Pat, you're eating the dog's food. Because it's good.
Look, I can't say legally.
Have you ever tried dog food?
We have, so we do have, the next time you're in a store, you need to check out our Etta Says line. It's just like beef, it's like Slim Jims, basically.
Oh, okay,
Like beef jerky sticks, and they talk all the time about how they walk around their office eating their dog treats.
Yeah.
Because it's all, again, nothing, there's a lot of legal things to make things appropriate for humans to sell and eat. But
now, we can't tell you to eat it.
No.
But we're not going to tell you not to eat it. So.
No.
But Slim Jims I could go for. But think about it. Dogs and cats have taste buds too.
Oh, yeah.
The reason they like our food is because it tastes good.
Oh, yeah.
And so they want some of it.
Oh, yeah. And again, we know that they're picky and that they will say, no, I'm not into that. I'm not crazy about it.
Especially cats. I haven't had many dogs that ever turned anything away. But I do know, like, my son's dog would not eat potato chips.
Really?
I'm not interested in that.
Oh, my goodness.
But love cheese. If I get it, so I'm always eating cheese. And if I go to the refrigerator, Dallas was right there going, cheese.
The cheese
toss it, you could always catch it.
That's
well,
right.
It's a fascinating job to be, business to be in, and a job to have. How big an industry is it in the billions? I know it's got to be in the billions, just in the United States.
Industry in general, yes, it's very large. It's growing constantly, and but we're proud to say that we're one of the largest independent pet retailers in the country. So
and it's the same management ownership that started it out as when we started going national?
Yes. We're still entirely family owned and operated by the McGee's right here in Memphis. And again, we have been. We've changed locations once for our warehouse to get bigger, but that's all that's changed since 2006.
Well, we love having you come on and share with us another great company that's from Memphis. Memphis is a very entrepreneur community. It has been ever since Holiday Inn. Just all these people that invent stuff. There's something in the water here, I guess.
We got a lot of good minds around here. Very smart, very dedicated.
Certainly true. Well, thank you for coming on and sharing with us. Maybe have a dog or bring one on video, and we can show dog tricks, maybe.
Oh, that'd be amazing. My dog would mess up this place so fast.
Yeah, well, Hal wouldn't like that.
No.
Kelsey Alter, thank you very much. And thanks for giving us a peek behind the scenes at Hollywood Feed.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
You bet. We're going to take a quick break here from our sponsors, and then we're going to go to the auction. Stand by.
Hi, this is Dawn Grader, President and CEO of Southern Security Federal Credit Union at our new headquarters here in Collierville, Tennessee, off by Hellier Road. We are the proud presenting sponsor of the Earle Farrell For Memphis show and are looking forward to a great 2026 where some of the shows will be hosted from our new headquarters location here in Collierville.
Hello, Memphis Mid-South. And first, I'd like to thank you for visiting with Earle Farrell Memphis today. And we want to support him just like you do. I'm George Gully, one of the sales managers at Jim Carey Chevrolet. We've been in business here in Memphis for over 75 years. I've been associated with the company for almost 25. And I'll help you find the right car, truck, or SUV here at not only our Chevy store, but also Buick, GMC, Nissan, Subaru. We can help you find that right car. Keep watching, Earl, and come see me. Thanks so much.
Hi, I'm Mitch Wright. And I'm his son, Mickey. And we're the owners of Mitch Wright Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
And proud sponsors of the Earle Farrell for Memphis show.
We're thankful to be part of the Memphis community. We've been in business for 42 years, taking care of people and loving the people of the Mid-South.
Hi, I'm Jamison Totten, the director of Live at the Garden and the Radiance Amphitheater.
Hi, I'm Olivia Wall. I'm the director of marketing communications at the Memphis Botanic Garden.
We've got a great season coming up for you this year. We've got Alabama to start out.
Next up, we have Little Big Town.
After that, we have Deep Purple and the special guest Kansas.
Coming up, we have John Legend.
Next, we have Cool and the Gang and Patti LaBelle on September 18th. Our last show will be a great show. So come on out, bring your cooler, your friends, your drinks and your food, and have a great time at Live at the Garden under the stars.
Hi, this is Randy Wright from the Dive Shop and Dive Ventures in Memphis. We've been in Memphis over 64 years teaching people to dive, snorkel, and swim. We'd love to have you come join us and have some fun. We're also a part of the Dive Ventures group with 18 locations across the country, stretched from Phoenix to Vienna, Virginia. Please give us a call. We'll be able to take care of you at 999 South Yates in Memphis, or call us at 901-763-DIVE.
Hi, I'm Brett Batterson, President and CEO of the Orpheum Theater Group in downtown Memphis. We are so pleased with our partnership with the Earle Farrell Show and very happy that he is broadcasting live from Lansky's at the historic Peabody Hotel. We're all here to make Memphis better.
I'm Lance Walker, fast talker. This is Eric Walker, and we're auctioneers and realtors with Walker Auctions, based here in Memphis, Tennessee. We help people sell assets. We can sell your house. We can sell your land. We can sell the contents of your house. We can even sell things like your four-wheeler. We can sell your mule, your pickup. We can sell your trailer because we sell a lot of equipment. If you've got a business to liquidate, we can help you do that as well. Go to our website at walkerauctions.com, or if you want to, give us a call, 901-493-1936. And remember, when it's time to sell, Walker Auctions doesn't fiddle around.
Hospitals ask him for advice. Janitors ask him for autographs. He once cleaned a mirror so well it became a window. He once cleaned a subway pole, and crime dropped 40%. He has never once read the instructions on a bottle of shampoo. The shampoo already knows what to do. Even bleach thinks he overdoes it a little. Soap companies use him as the control group. Even his shadow practices good hygiene. He once cleaned a public restroom. Now it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. His laundry detergent contains 0% chemicals, just a photo of him on the bottle. He once coughed in a hospital, and everyone got healthier. The CDC occasionally calls him for backup. The 5-second rule doesn't apply around him. He organized a junk drawer so well it's now a museum. He is the cleanest man in the world.
I don't always drink, but when I do, even the ice cubes feel disinfected.
And I feel cleaner just watching that. So welcome back. And my next guest is Eric Walker with Walker Auctions. His dad has been on here before, Lance. And welcome to the show.
Thank you, Earl, for having me. Glad to be here.
Well, I love what you guys do because it's different every single time you do something. Different articles. It could be an estate sale. It could be a rescue sale of stuff that's been found, and people say, how do we get rid of this stuff? And they call you guys, but you figure out how to do it. The one thing I've learned from your dad is the amount above what you would make off a garage sale is really amazing. That if you've got big ticket items and you try to do a garage sale, you put the price on it yourself. That's not letting the market drive it. An auction is truly a market-driven marketplace.
Yeah, absolutely. The auction does such a good job of telling you what a thing is worth, because our job really isn't to sell an item. Our job is to bring as many people as possible who are interested in bidding on that item together. And those people collectively tell you, this is what I'm willing to pay for that item. And we bring you ready, able buyers who are ready to pay for it that day.
We shot a thing earlier that we've run on the show with your dad on this property he had in East Tennessee or Central East Tennessee.
The Lexington property that we've got. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just west of Nashville, about an hour and a half.
We've got a little clip of that. We're going to roll and show that just to show that if it comes to a house and everything in it, you can do that.
Absolutely.
This is Lance Walker, fast talker with Walker Auctions, and we're selling a beautiful 4-bedroom, 4-bath home just outside of Lexington, Tennessee. That's halfway between Memphis and Nashville. This home is custom built. It's got everything you want in it. Plus, it sits on 75 beautiful acres that's entirely fenced, and it's also gated. In the back is a Mennonite-built barn with 9 stalls. Also, a equipment shed, Mennonite-built. Folks, this is quality. Call me at 901-493-1936 with any questions, or go to our website, walkerauctions.com. You can see it all. Come Saturday from noon till 3 p.m. We'll have an inspection.
You know, Earl, if you can believe it, that only took 15 or 16 takes. Hey, that property is breathtaking. It is. It was about 8 years ago. 4-bed, 4-bath property, 75 acres. The entire 75 acres is completely fenced. There are 8 horse paddocks.
Wow.
I mean, you could, if you wanted to, you could probably run some kind of a small side gig with some cattle. But it's designed for horses. Beautiful Mennonite-built equipment barn and separate building, 9-stall horse barn in the back. If you want to get out, have some peace and quiet, maybe you're even out of New Jersey or California, and you want something like this is perfect.
When you auction something like that, I guess you have an appraised value. You know where you got to kind of start from. Do you have an appraised value on this home?
You know, we go based off of comparable sales that we can find in the market.
Yeah.
And we also usually have as our list price kind of our stop the auction price. It might be intentionally a little bit higher. And then the starting bid is going to be intentionally a little bit lower. Our intention is engagement. We want to put you, the seller, in a position where you're going to get an offer that makes you want to sell it now with terms that are beneficial to you because we're representing you, or we want to make buyers compete for it. And so they go back and forth to give you the price that the market determines.
But that really is the market, isn't it? What people out there who have the money, they decide what it's worth. Because they will not go above a certain amount, and that's their cap.
Right.
But if they see somebody else wants it, oftentimes their cap changes because I was right, I'm on the right track, because somebody else wants it more than I do.
Certainly. And the nice thing about the auction method, you asked about an appraisal, the auction itself kind of functions as an appraisal. When you have an asset that, whether it be real estate or some kind of niche personal property item, that the auction can function to bring that price recognized that shows you what that asset needs to sell for.
And is that auction still taking place this coming weekend?
It is, yeah. So it'll be closing, that property will be closing, auction day will be June 4th. That'll actually be a simulcast auction. So what'll happen is we'll be live streaming that. You can bid live either at the auction site, at the property itself if you want to drive out, or on your computer or your phone.
And now, how do you round those folks up? Do they have to give you all their financial information on the front end?
Yes, yes. So,
I was going to say, I'm betting on it.
That's right.
You got to find me.
That's right, yeah. Well, so we actually, we approve all the bidders prior to allowing them to bid for real estate sales. So we'll get in contact with you, check out your financial situation, determine if it's appropriate to let you bid, and you can have at it.
The pre-auction, people that have never been to an auction, I've gone to a lot because being in cattle business and stuff, you go to a lot of auctions, buying and selling. But when you first start going to them, it looks like a lot that's going on that you don't know anything about.
Right.
And I think there's the fear factor is that I'm going to bid on something and they're going to make me buy this because I scratched my nose or something.
Yes. Yeah, that's always funny. And if you go to in real estate auctions, I've never seen an experienced real estate auctioneer, which Lance, Terry, and myself are all three pretty experienced real estate auctioneers. I've never seen a scratched nose be counted as a bid. Now, sometimes if you're at an auction house and you're selling, tables and chairs, somebody might scratch their eye a certain way and the auctioneer snags it. But that's not really how we operate. And most of our auctions are online too. So
the other thing is of the silent auction, you'll have at a place that'll be stuff that's before the auction starts. You can go around and bid on stuff, bid online at a silent auction. How do you determine what you're going to put in the silent auction, and how do you decide what's going to be in the live auction?
99% of all the personal property that we sell, that being non-real estate, is all online or silent, as you call it. And that is a published, organized catalog that our staff puts together, names, photographs, and you go on and bid on a specific lot. Maybe it's a table, maybe it's jewelry, maybe it's a collectible. With real estate, we often do online auctions only for that as well, but certain assets, if they look really nice like this Lexington property, we really want to show that off. We want to have an auction day. We want to make a big fuss out of it because it helps it sell better.
Well, in a thing like a house with acreage, you really want them to come there and go over the entire place. You want them to look into each the barns, the stables, look at the tractor, crank it up, see if it actually runs. I can't imagine somebody buying something sight unseen like that or just a photograph, but I'm sure they do at some point.
It's not super common, but it does happen. Yeah, it's especially, I wouldn't argue for residential or more residential acreage like this, but for commercial acreage or specific farming stuff, yeah, you'll have out-of-town bidders never come see it.
I don't think most people realize you have to actually catalog everything you're getting ready to auction.
Yes.
And that means do they bring it to you in many cases? So like we were looking at some pictures earlier of your offices. You've got warehouses and you set all that stuff up. And do you photograph each thing? Do you have to make a catalog?
We do. We make a catalog. So for most personal property, we do not bring to our office specifically. For jewelry, coins, and for example, we've got a lot of leftover inventory from guns and ammo that we liquidated. Certain stuff like that, we will take on consignment at our location.
Do you still have some of those guns and ammo?
All the guns have been liquidated, but we have tons of ammunition,
good.
Holsters, all kinds of like really good stuff. High capacity magazines.
I need to come see you.
You need to come see. Come give me a call. We'll come check it out.
Does that happen though? I mean, because I would think that because it's everything in the world.
Yeah.
That you could come across some stuff. You go, look, I'll buy this from you right now. But you really don't want to do that because you want them to get the max amount of money. And if you take that off the plate, then who knows what it could have gone for?
Yeah, that's something we run into a lot. People say, hey, I got an offer for... I mean, we'll go out to look at someone's farming equipment or their estate, and they'll say, hey, the 3 nicest pieces in the estate, I got an offer for this much money.
Yeah.
And it's like, well...
That's what's going to pull them in.
Well, what if you had that guy bid in the auction
and
put his money where his mouth is?
Yeah.
And it always works out better.
Well, I think it would, because then you really are taking away the attraction for other people to come to the auction. You want to have some really great pieces there.
That's right.
And that people go, that I got to have.
Yeah.
Which is when stuff that everybody wants, that's what makes the auction appealing to everybody.
And that applies to everything. I mean, we liquidate, estates. We also liquidate businesses. I just got back from North Carolina a couple weeks ago. We liquidated a brewery over there. That did really well. Every single one of the bidders on that auction had never bid with us before. So our marketing worked so well that we got an entire auction's worth of brand new bidders bought from that auction, came and picked up. It was really successful.
Had the owner tried to sell it independently without having an auction?
Good question. No, this was a bankruptcy. So the bank gave us a call.
And this is what we got to have.
That's right. Banks like using us because we're super transparent. You can see the bidding that's going on. Mm-hmm. It's hard to do backdoor stuff because we take pictures of everything that's for sale. Yeah. If something doesn't sell, I tell the bank that it didn't work out.
With a thing like a brewery, maybe somebody wants one tank or one item, but you really got to sell a brewery altogether because it was a working piece of machinery.
There was one grouping of tanks called a brew house that we did sell as one going piece.
One unit?
Yeah, because that's how it's marketable. And we do digging when we had those super niche assets for that stuff to figure out, all right, how do we need to piece this out? There were other fermenting tanks that we sold completely individually, and they did well. They brought pretty good money.
Yourself, I know your sister lives in New York.
Yep.
But you stayed here. Have you always worked with your dad in the business, or is that something you kind of got into later on?
I didn't think I would want to do this at all growing up, and I handled a business liquidation for us back in 2016 or 17, and I really liked it. It did well. It was interesting to do, and so I just stuck with it ever since.
Because it is, and like a lot of things, you think, well, it's the family business, and you're doing whatever you were doing, and thinking about what you want to do in the future, and you know how hard they work. I mean, it's not an easy job,
right.
And the cataloging and the travel, and I know y'all travel a lot. You do auctions all over the country, and so it's not easy. But I have learned in my career that there is no easy job.
Right.
So you better like what it is you do. And I would think because this changes, you have ADD, that's a perfect job for you.
Yes.
Because you go and you sell something, and that's over, and you go on to the next thing.
Yes.
So I think it would be very interesting, meet all kinds of people.
Absolutely. We meet and help all kinds of folks. We've seen all kinds of different situations. There's never a situation that's too strange that we can't at least take a look at it.
Have you ever had to say to somebody, I don't think we want to sell this?
Certainly. Yeah, it happens all the time. Sometimes people call us and they only have a little bit to sell, or maybe some of it they've already got a deal on the side going. And no hard feelings for me. You need to make money. With the stuff where it's not enough, we just say, hey, it's not enough for us to handle it. Storage units are a good example for that. People call us a lot and they say, hey, I've got a storage unit full of stuff. Can you come do it for me? And it's 9 times out of 10, it's probably not. Every now and again we can. The storage unit facility does not like us coming in and out of there. Yeah. We have to let other people that are not authorized in and out to pick up the stuff.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a mess.
And you probably had a few you've looked at, and you figure if you're keeping it in a storage unit, it's probably not worth that much anyway. So
that is a good point. Yeah, and most of the time that's the case. I always recommend people don't put stuff in storage units. The minute you put it in a storage unit, you're basically taking out like a 5-year lease on it just staying there for forever. I
Yeah.
mean, it's going to be there.
Forever.
It's not coming out.
You're
not going to spend your Saturday going to get it, and I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I don't blame you at all.
There is no parole for stuff at a storage unit.
No,
You're in for life.
One thing this business has taught me is that I need to get really good at throwing things away.
Yes, and it's so true for all of us. The car business. I mean, the little spot we played a minute ago, we were talking about this old truck.
Yeah.
But do you have like entire collections that come up, or usually is it one or two items of collectible type vehicles?
We've sold one or two collectibles here and there. I've sold a couple of really great quality Ford Galaxies. I sold an immaculate Thunderbird a couple of years ago, and those are always super fun. The nice thing about working with Walker Auctions is that we partner with auction companies all over the country to advertise the auctions we have going on. So let's say you come to me and you say, "Hey, I've got a really high-end, maybe a $1.2, $1.4 million car collection for sale, but I haven't seen you guys do any car auctions. Can you actually handle this?" And the answer to that is absolutely, because I know 6 other auction companies just in the Southeast that I can have your car auction through me sponsored on immediately.
Wow.
They have immediate access to all of these great buyers. Chip Pierce down in Alabaster, Alabama, with Pierce Auctions. They do a ton of collector car auctions. Fantastic, really knowledgeable. We partner with them. Mike Fisher is out of Friendship, Alabama, and he does a bunch of stuff in Louisiana. They do a ton of great stuff, not just cars, but business liquidations as well. I mean, we're all over the place.
I know there was one that you have on television out of Las Vegas that I tune into every once in a while. They roll these incredible cars.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there I'd rather have an antique car than a brand new Rolls Royce.
Right.
I mean, I think a lot of people, especially older dudes, I don't know what it is about that, reliving our youth, I guess. But cars are a great thing to auction, and people get excited about going to the auctions.
Yeah.
And it is a fun thing. If somebody was out there, and I think estate sales are the most shocking to people, is they think, well, we got to go through all this stuff at our parents' house. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants to move in the house. We just put it for sale and hire one of these companies to just take everything and give it away. They would be amazed at how much they're leaving on the table financially by doing that. Because I was talking to your dad about it, and he said, it's amazing what people thought they could get, and then after you guys get through auctioning everything off, so they're stunned.
Absolutely. Yeah, you at the very least, you want somebody to come have a look at it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great estate sale companies in Memphis who are going to do a more traditional listing, what's in your house or what have you, and then they select a price, and then they barter down from that price. We don't like that. We like to skip that minutia. We don't want to barter with anybody. We want that guy to tell the other guy who's also interested in it what he's going to pay for it, and then they figure it out.
And it's done that day.
And it's done. The auction's online for 10 days to 2 weeks, and at the end of that 2-week period, the auction will close, and the bidding takes place at any point during that 2-week period. That's when the auction is advertised. It sits, it saturates, and it gets people on to bid. Then those last 2 hours, everything bumps up. The bidding goes crazy. And we don't have a snipe bid like you might see with eBay, where somebody can come into the last 5 minutes or last 5 seconds and
snap it up
because your internet's bad. If you get outbid in the last 5 minutes on our website, and this applies to real estate, cars, tchotchkes, that lot automatically extends out another 5 minutes. You get an email or a text notification saying you've been outbid, and it gives you an opportunity to come back in and spend
one
money.
more shot at it. Well, I think it's a fascinating business, and I think people really need to take a look at it if they're trying to move something that you really don't know what it's worth. Because most of us aren't retail people, we're not wholesale people, and we're selling something we may never have sold before. But you guys are kind of like Pawn Stars. You've seen it all. You can look at it, and if you don't know what it's worth, you call somebody that you know does know how to appraise the value.
That's right.
So How do they get just Walker?
WalkerAuctions.com. Yeah, absolutely. WalkerAuctions.com is our website. If you want to give me a call, my number is 901-491-0793, or you can shoot me an email, Eric@WalkerAuctions.com.
All right. Well, Eric, thank you very much for
Earle,
coming
thanks
in.
for having me, man.
I called him today because his dad was in a continuing education thing all day long, and he forgot about it. He said, but Eric's going to fill in for me. So I said, great. Can you give me his contact information? He said, he gave it to me, and I called you. I said, hey, Eric, I hear you coming on the show today. You went, what? I said, I've heard this before. There was a communication problem.
Yes.
And I said, well, I'm asking, can you come in today? He said, well, what are you expecting of me? I said, about 15 minutes and talk about the business. He said, I can do that. I said, great. We'll put you in a Lansky's jacket, which you look marvelous in. And you're very good at this. You obviously got something from Lance Walker, the fast talker.
Yes, got the bug.
Yeah, well, you're very good at it.
Thank you, Earle. Good to be here with you.
We'll do it again.
Thank you much.
All right, that is our show for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.